Welcome to the RichTV Live podcast. I'm your host, Richard D'Souza, and we are live. All right. Want to wish everybody a happy new year. Hope you're having a fantastic start to 2024. And there's a lot of big news to talk about, especially with Bitcoin and Bitcoin ETFs looking to receive approval literally any moment. So we are watching Bitcoin very, very closely and anticipating this huge, exciting news that the Bitcoin ETF will be approved. Now, there's not one ETF. There's potentially up to 13 ETFs looking to get approved. We don't know when. It hasn't been announced, but this could be the biggest catalyst in the history of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's been around for 15 years. So we're going to be watching Bitcoin very, very closely, and we're going to be watching this Bitcoin ETF news very, very closely right here exclusively on the RichTV Live podcast. Now, make sure if you like these videos, you smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere, and subscribe. I'm your host, Richard D'Souza. I'm your host of The Most, and we're going to be talking to you today about the hottest stocks of the day. We're going to talk to you about Bitcoin, top cryptos, what's going on in the world of investing, what's going on in the world of Bitcoin, and what's going on in the world of finance. All right, so first and foremost, let's take a look at Bitcoin. We're currently at $46,212 on Bitcoin, and you can see the trend on Bitcoin as it has gone up from 16,000 last year, and now we're at 46,200 in 2024. And the question is, where will we be in 2025? And where is Bitcoin going to go in 2024 with Bitcoin ETFs looking to get approved literally any hour, and Bitcoin having on April 17th and less than 100 days away. So I believe, and I've said this to you guys from the beginning, that everybody should have some exposure to Bitcoin. Full disclosure, I am a holder of Bitcoin and a holder of Ethereum, and I believe everybody should try to have some Bitcoin and Ethereum in their portfolio. And full disclosure, like I said, I own Bitcoin and I own Ethereum. I'm not doing these videos to tell you to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I think it's important if you're an investor to have exposure to Bitcoin, as it is the single greatest investment over the last 15 years, and I believe it will be the single greatest investment over the next 15 years, and the only way to take advantage of that investment is to have exposure to it. And the reason why Bitcoin ETFs are going to be so huge, it's going to give institutions and high net worth investors that don't understand crypto, that don't understand Bitcoin, that don't want to put their money into a Bitcoin exchange or crypto exchange and don't want to hold a hard wallet, the ability to buy Bitcoin through the stock market, through large institutions like BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK, just to name a few. All right, so Bitcoin at 46,000 looking really, really bullish. And if we look at the all-time high on Bitcoin, you can see we are approaching all-time highs on Bitcoin, as you can see here. Bitcoin has been as high as 69,000, and Bitcoin has been as low as literally pennies. So we're looking at an asset that's been as high as 69,000, as low as pennies, and you can see the RSI is back in a good zone. We're ready to shoot. Bitcoin is literally ready to shoot, and I think it would be a mistake, like I said, not to take advantage of the single greatest investment of our lifetimes. Now, let's talk about what's going on in the stock market. KITT, the hottest player of the day today, up 83% is KITT. All right. So KITT up 83% today. You can see they did go up here pre-market. They shot up. They've consolidated. They've been bouncing around. And they're now sitting at 53 cents, up 83% of the day. And you can see that our indicators just gave us a buy signal here at 52 cents. So our indicators believe that there's room to go higher. And our RSI also believes there's room to go higher. Will it go higher? It's definitely possible. Remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for information and education purposes. Please do your due diligence, do your research before you invest in anything we talk about or discuss here on the Rich TV Live podcast. In saying that, we believe that these are companies that we're identifying that have a lot of opportunity to continue to go higher, and anything can happen after we talk about it. It could go higher, it could go lower, it could go anywhere. So there's no guarantee in these markets, but what we can guarantee you is we're going to talk about the hottest assets every day. We're going to give you alerts every single day. We're going to talk about the hottest crypto every single day. We're going to talk about the hottest news every day, the hottest trending topics every day, and you can expect that every single day here on Rich TV. And we just launched a new channel on YouTube. It's Rich TV News. Please subscribe to Rich TV News, and we are building new channels, Rich TV Media, and you can find us everywhere under Rich TV and Rich TV Live. You can also go to our website. As we speak, KITD is actually climbing higher, now at 55 cents and up 87%. Now, you can also go and follow us on our website. We'd love to have you guys join us there. We're spending a lot of time migrating our community to our website at RichTV.io, an ecosystem built by investors for investors, where you can learn about investing ideas and the world of finance, trending news, and topics exclusively at RichTV.io. We'd love to have you join us there so that you can join our community absolutely free. You can also upgrade and become a VIP member, where you're going to get access to all our trade ideas in the world of stocks and crypto, finance, and get trending news and topics first at RichTV.io. All right. Now let's talk about what else is making a move today. Sana. Sana is up 45% today. We go to the daily chart and we can see it has moved up nice pre-market, made this big move pre-market, continued higher, consolidated, and when you see my indicators like this and you see the green and then you see the red is what I would call the buy zone when I'm building these indicators in the software on TradingView. The red is what we would call the buy zone. The green is what we would call the sell zone. So you want to buy in the red, sell in the green. So if you're day trading, you want to be buying when it dips into the red zone, and then you want to be selling when it's ripping into the green zone, and that's the best way to day trade. This is the RSI. The 70 or higher zone in the RSI is the sell zone, and then the 30 or lower zone in the RSI is the buy zone. So you want to be buying in 30 or lower, you want to be selling at 70 or higher, and we're currently sitting on the RSI pretty high here at 58. So there is some room to go up, but we are a little bit more in the sell zone than we are in the buy zone, and you can see we're sitting in the green here, and we're climbing in the sell zone with Sana up 45% on the day. So not a huge day for stocks yet. They're not going crazy or anything. We see a few stocks making moves, but typically when the stock market is really ripping, you're going to see at least one or two or three stocks each day going up 100% or more. We don't see that today. So not a huge day in the market. Let's take a look at Market Watch. All right, and I want to show you what's happening here on Market Watch. So you can see that the Dow Jones is in the green, the S&P 500 is in the green, and the NASDAQ is in the green. So they're all in the green, but slightly. The VIX is also slightly green. Gold is slightly red, and oil is slightly red today. All right. All right, let's go back to taking a look at some of the hottest stocks of the day. So another hot stock today is CMND. CMND is up 41% of the day. And this is the daily chart, and you can see that it made its move pre-market. That was a pre-market move, and then dropped after that, consolidated sideways, and now we're sitting kind of in the red zone right now. So RSI also kind of right in the middle. So this is what we call divergence. It's not really giving me any signals to buy or sell. It's kind of right in the middle. Obviously, it's up 41% of the day. So put Clear Mind Medicine, CMND, on your radar and on your watch list. It's up 30% on the day. Here's Mara. Mara is up 4% on the day. Obviously, this is a Bitcoin miner. Very bullish on Bitcoin, very bullish on Bitcoin miners, as there's massive catalysts coming for Bitcoin. Bitcoin ETFs looking to be approved literally any hour now, and Bitcoin halving coming on April 17th. So some really big catalysts coming for Bitcoin, and anything related to Bitcoin right now has to be on your watch list, has to be on the radar, because the upside is absolutely is extraordinary right now, with some of the biggest catalysts ever, and I believe we could be seeing a generational bull run about to happen on Bitcoin. Now, speaking of generational bull runs, right now Meta, formerly Facebook, is on a generational bull run. It has been absolutely on fire. You can see it's gone from $100 last year to where it stands today at $372. Absolutely epic move for Meta, formerly Facebook. Formerly Facebook, it is absolutely on fire and up another 4% today. Ethereum. My second largest crypto holding is Ethereum behind Bitcoin. I do love Ethereum. I own Ethereum. I think everyone should try to have exposure to Bitcoin and Ethereum, the top two largest cryptocurrencies in the world as far as market cap. And Ethereum is having a nice day, up 3.5% at 2,428. And if we look at the all-time highs on Ethereum, you can see that it's still got a long room to run here to get back to all-time highs, as the all-time high in Ethereum is 4,800 and we are sitting at 2,400. So we still have room for a double for Ethereum to get back to all-time highs. We call that a gap to fill. I'll show you like this. We love to fill the gap in the market, and there's a huge gap to fill there, and we believe that they will during this new epic bull market that started last year, and we believe will continue all the way until 2025. So there's a lot of room to grow for Ethereum. It is my second largest crypto holding, and I'm excited about it. I own it, I hold it, and it's up today 3.55%. Now, speaking of exciting, how about NVIDIA? NVIDIA now trading at all-time highs on news that they have new chips coming. This is the #1 chip maker in the world, and it is proven to be also one of the top stocks on the planet. As you can see, since 2019 has gone from $32 to where it stands today at $542, also a top AI play. So when you look at this stock, you're looking at an AI play, plus you're looking at a top chip maker, one of the top chip makers in the world, and they're having a monster start to 2024 and climbing with huge momentum. I said if they can break 500, this will be very bullish. It was struggling to break 500. It finally broke 500, and now who knows where we go from here, but it definitely looks like it's going to go up. All right, let's take a look at what else is making waves today. All right. Amazon. All right, so another one of the stocks that I really like is Amazon, one of the biggest companies in the world. And I told you guys last year I sold my Amazon. The year before that, I bought Amazon on the dip when it had a huge dip. Sold it last year on the rip. It's going back up again. It's approaching those all-time highs and looking extremely bullish. In the buy zone, in the sell zone in the green, but the RSI looks like it's got room to run. So keep your eye on Amazon as it looks extremely bullish. Let's quickly take a look at the top players, see if there's any movement. All right. And I talked about the VIX. So let me add another pick here. SATS. All right. SATS is also making moves up 37%. Take a look at SATS. Put them on your radar and on your watch list. You can see it's been much higher. It's come down and now starting to do a dead cat bounce off a bottom. All right, so let's take a look at this. You can see it's been as high as $40, been as low, excuse me, recently as $9.91, and we're currently sitting at $17.35, up 37% in the day. If we look at the daily chart, we can see that it made this huge move pre-market, consolidated sideways, and now is sitting in a heavy sell zone. You can see that our indicator just gave a sell. It just gave us a sell. So I'm not saying it can't go higher, but our indicators are telling us to sell. So please beware. Our indicators, see that red indicator and that red arrow, are telling us to sell. Not saying it can't go higher, but the indicator is saying this is the time to sell, and you can see it's kind of dropping as the indicator is giving us the alert that this is in a sell zone. So put sats on your radar and on your watch list, up 37% on the day. Google, another one of the stocks that I bought in the dip in 2022, sold it on the rip in 2023, looking extremely strong, close to all-time highs, as you can see here, is Google, and not much more room to go up, in my opinion, to all-time highs, but it might go to all-time highs and then beyond. We're talking about one of the biggest, strongest companies in the world, currently sitting at $143. I really don't want to buy it at these prices, but if it dips under 100, that's where I would be looking for a position on Google. Shopify at $80. Love Shopify. Another one of those companies I bought in 2022. Sold it last year in 2023, looking really, really strong. And if we look at all-time highs, you can see Shopify has been higher. So very bullish on Shopify, one of those tech companies that I love, and I love technology. I love tech companies, and you can see it's been much higher, it's been much lower, and we're kind of in the zone here where realistically it's in the buy zone in the red, and you can see our indicator did give us this buy alert. So there is room for a run-up and a gap-up opportunity here on Shopify, as you can see. So put Shopify on your radar and on your watch list. Love them. Huge opportunity here. And I think there's going to be a gap up opportunity here for Shopify in 2024. Bitcoin right now at 46,500. We're watching it very, very closely. It's starting to really break out right now. If we look at the daily chart, you can see it is starting to break out. So everyone is anticipating that this Bitcoin ETF is going to be approved any moment. And when it does, we promise you, we will come and talk to you about it live. And obviously, if it breaks live, we will let you know first. Coinbase. Love Coinbase. Huge potential here, as many of the Bitcoin ETFs are looking to use Coinbase for custody, meaning they're going to be putting their Coinbase for their customers, their Bitcoin for their customers at Coinbase. I believe that's going to make Coinbase one of the biggest, strongest tech companies in the world, and they've been doing extremely well. You can see the 5-year chart on Coinbase, how it's been higher when it first came out, came down, and it's still in the buy zone in the red, and I still feel like there's a massive gap up opportunity here for Coinbase to get back to all-time highs, and I believe they will get back to all-time highs on this new epic generational bull market that we're about to witness here in Bitcoin in 2024 and going into 2025. So I think there's a huge gap to fill. I feel like they will fill this gap, as those huge assets that will be flowing into Coinbase immediately after they get approved for those Bitcoin ETFs. So keep Coinbase on your radar, keep them on your watch list. You can see they are in the green today, and you can see they've come up a lot from $30 to $153 in a year. They've been as high as like $100 and almost $90. So love this company, huge potential here, and I think it's a company you need to be aware of. Okay, you can see the S&P 500 is slightly in the green today. Visa. I've talked to you about Visa for years. I believe Visa is a quality company everyone should be aware of. Put on your radar, put on your watch list. You can see it is in the sell zone as it's going up a lot, essentially up from $180 in 2022 to now $260 in 2024. Dow Jones slightly in the green. As you can see, we did get the buy signal here. So Dow Jones looking strong in the green. US 30 slightly red. Gold, this is Barrick Gold, quality gold company in the red zone, which means it's a buy in my opinion. I think there's a huge gap up opportunity here as gold is doing well. This is a little bit divergence. For some reason, Barrick Gold is not doing well, despite the fact that gold's at $2,000. So I think there's a gap to fill here. There's an opportunity here on Barrick Gold, and I think it'd be silly not to take advantage of this opportunity. Apple did hit very close to all-time highs and close to $200. It's sold off a little bit. There's been some downgrades from large institutions on Apple. It's back down to $184. Love Apple. Bought them in 2022, sold them in 2023. I think this is a quality company that everyone should be aware of. Put it on your radar, put it on your watch list. Apple at $184, slightly down today. Roblox, RBLX, one of my top picks, actually my number one pick for January. Love this stock. I think there's a huge opportunity here on Roblox. As you can see, it's been much higher, and this is a quality company. When I speak to my kids, they tell me that a lot of kids are playing Roblox. So I like to look at companies that are going to be around, and when the kids are using it, I know that it's going to have a big future. And look at the gap up opportunity here. We're talking about a huge gap up opportunity to get back to all-time highs here from $40 to $120 mark. That's a 200% upside. I think that they will hit all-time highs again in the next couple of years. So love these gap up opportunities on Roblox, and that's why they're on my list. Put them on your radar and on your watch list. Gold, very bullish on gold. I like Nova Gold Resources. If you take a look at its all-time high, you can see it's been as high as $16, and we're sitting right now at $3.57. So I really think that Nova Gold Resources is one of those companies that everyone should be aware of. You can see it's been as low as 66 cents, been as high as $16, and we're sitting at $3.57. Huge gap up opportunity here, huge gap up potential, and I love to identify quality companies when they're down with huge gap up opportunities. And I believe that gold sitting over 2,000, some of these stocks don't make a lot of sense when they're sitting at these lower levels. They've been as high as $16 when they're at 2,000 before. Now we're at 2,000 again, and it's sitting at 357. So to me, it's in a buy zone, huge gap up opportunity, an opportunity to make a multiple here on Nova Gold Resources. Put it on your radar and put it on your watch list. I think the upside is enormous. Moderna. I've been talking to you about Moderna a lot lately. I really feel like this is one of those companies that has ridiculous opportunity to explode. Obviously, the pandemic is over, but if we get another pandemic, this will be one of my number one plays, if not my number one play in a pandemic. And I just feel like something's coming. Something's brewing. And if it does, this is going to be the play, guys. So I think you want to position yourself before it happens and really believe that something is brewing. So, I mean, I can't predict the next pandemic or pandemic, but what I can tell you is this will be one of my number one plays to take advantage of if and when we have another pandemic. I don't know when that's going to happen. I hope it never does. But if it does, this is going to be the play. And they were as high as over 360. I think they hit at $400, and they're sitting right now at 100. So I think the upside from here is tremendous. I think the downside is pretty low too. You could see over the last couple years, the lowest it's been is that, let's see here, that zone right here, $78, and we're sitting at 108. So huge opportunity here. Moderna, quality company, and I think that everyone needs to be aware of Moderna. Okay, that can't be Tesla. Hold on, let me find Tesla. All right, Tesla Inc. All right, Tesla Inc. is at $233, slightly in the red, and you can see it's kind of right in that red and green zone, right in the middle. So the market's kind of giving us a lot of divergence, saying it can go either way right now. We can go higher, we can go lower. I love Tesla. I bought them in 2022, sold them in 2023 for profit. I really think the upside is tremendous for this company. Can't really bet against Elon Musk. So I think Tesla is a buy. Does it have a chance to go lower? Absolutely. Could it go under 200? Absolutely. So to me right now, based on this chart and based on what they're doing, I think that anything under 200 is my buy zone. So if I see anything under 200, that's where I'm going to be looking to buy. That will be my buy zone. Okay, let's see. Anything under 200 will be my buy zone. So let me give you, where is that? Where is the buy zone signal? We'll just use this again. So this would be my buy zone here between 100 to 200. If we dip below 200, we're sitting at 233. I think that would be a screaming buy. If we get under 100, that's a screaming buy. Even under 200, I think is a buy. And I think Tesla has a chance to be a $2,000 stock again. So remember, they hit 2,000, then they did a forward split all the way down. And then it went up again, then they did another forward split. So this is a stock that's done extremely well, and they forward split it twice. So quality company, one of the top electric vehicle makers on the planet, one of the top tech companies on the planet, and one of the richest men on the planet with Elon Musk. They're now selling robots. They're selling the new Cybertruck. So I think there's a lot of catalysts here for Tesla, and I think that you need to put them on your radar and put them on your watch list as they have enormous potential. Okay, what else? All right. Solana. Solana is one of the top cryptos. I personally own Solana. Put them on your radar and put them on your watch list. I think they have huge potential, and I own it. And you can see they made this huge move to $200 and then dipped, and that was in 2021. So I believe that we will see those levels again, and probably beyond that on Solana. I think it has that much potential. I think Solana could be a $1,000 coin. I really believe that they could even 10x from here. So I do own some Solana. I'd like to get some more. Put them on your radar, put them on your watch list, and I'd love to know what you guys think about Solana. All right, Roku. Roku to me is the second largest streaming platform behind Netflix. So I like Netflix a lot. Obviously, Netflix has done very well. I also like Roku. And during the pandemic, Roku ran to over $400, had this massive dip as everybody went back outside and stopped watching so much TV, down to $40, and has already recovered back to $90. You can see it's still in the buy zone, and the RSI is still in the buy zone. So huge gap up opportunity here for Roku, and I believe they will. I believe they will gap up, and I believe we will see them go back to all-time highs. So huge gap up opportunity, huge gap up potential on Roku. And like I said, I believe they will gap up, and there will be a huge opportunity for us to make money here on Roku. So I'm watching them very carefully. I don't own them right now, but it's one that I'm watching, and I might buy them in the future. Okay, if you want to short the NASDAQ, SQQQ is a way to do that. So if you think that the NASDAQ is very high, which it is, this might be a way to play shorting the NASDAQ. As you could see, shorting the NASDAQ hasn't been a good play over the last year as the market has gone up. So shorting the NASDAQ has been a big mistake, and anyone that bought this has gotten crushed. However, the market is really high now. NASDAQ is approaching all-time highs. So there's an opportunity here, and at some point, the NASDAQ could go down. And if it does, SQQQ is a great way to make money shorting the NASDAQ. I wouldn't do it right now because the market's still pretty strong, but at some point, if the market does turn around and starts to go down, this is a great way to trade it. As you can see, it's come all the way down as the NASDAQ has gone to all-time highs. All right, this is a way to play the Dow Jones. This is a stock. It's Dow Inc. If you believe the Dow Jones is going to continue to go higher, you can buy Dow, and it's a way to buy the Dow Jones as a stock. All right, here's a gold stock, Augusta Gold. G is the symbol in Canada. You can see it's been destroyed. It's gone down. I think that there's huge opportunity here. Put it on your radar. Put it on your watch list. I think gold at 2,000. All these gold stocks are not up. It doesn't make a lot of sense. At some point, gold is going to go higher. People are probably putting their money in Bitcoin right now, which makes sense. But at some point, these gold stocks are going to rip. And I think this is a gold stock that everyone should be aware of. Rosoro Mining has been a 16x. It's gone from 5 cents in Canada to 78 cents in a little over a year. I think, or a little under a year. I think you need to put them on your radar and put them on your watch list. You can see this huge move up. It's been an absolute rocket, and many believe this is going to go to $1, $2, $3 as they're waiting on a potential multi-billion-dollar settlement. So put them on your radar, put them on your watch list. Rosoro Mining. All right. So let's go back to the markets and just see what is happening here. Okay. And let's just quickly take a look at the mothership. Okay, Bitcoin, the mothership, currently at 46,291. It's really what I'm watching very, very closely. I think it's what you should be watching very closely, as the Bitcoin ETFs could be approved any minute, any hour, any day from now. So stay tuned, get your popcorn ready. I'm your host of the most, your boy Rich from RichTV. If you're not winning, you're probably not watching. We bring in the winners, CEO interviews, breaking news, trending topics, and we bring them to you first. If you like these videos, smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere, and subscribe if you're live. I'm your boy Rich from RichTV. And I'm very, very bullish, as you can see, on Bitcoin. Have been since day one. When I first started talking to you guys about Bitcoin, it was at 1,000 in 2017. We just launched a brand new YouTube channel in 2024, and we're going to be building this up, starting fresh. I believe that in 2017, Bitcoin was at 1,000, and I thought it had huge potential. We're at 46,000 right now. That's a 45x your money in 7 years. I believe these next 7 years, we're going to see Bitcoin do another 45x. I really believe that. So get your popcorn ready. Make sure you have some exposure to Bitcoin to take advantage of the single greatest investment of our lifetimes. And if you ever have any questions, just follow us, subscribe, and ask me anything, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Have a great day. I'm your host of the most, your boy Rich from RichTV and RichTV.io, and I'm out. Happy investing, everybody. Happy trading. Let's make 2024 the biggest years of our lives. And I believe with Bitcoin, that's going to give us the best chance to make 2025, 2024 yours. All right, guys, I'm out. Peace.